Yo, all right. So today's April 24th, 2025. I took two trades today. Um, damn it, I didn't go over my list. Shoot. All right, I'll try to go over it here, I guess. Um, how the heck did I do it last time? I didn't go over my list. So I took two trades in the same area. With my entry checkoff list, this one here. Somehow I was able to add text, right? Okay. Alright, alright. So we'll go through it like that. Okay. Alright, so let's just run through it. So the market opened up on a high note. Um Came down to this level here on this 1 minute and bounce. If I stepped out, I would have saw that we had a gap and we came out to the same level that NQ came down to. 'Cause I couldn't make sense of it, but NQ had a level for a gap, and ES I didn't clearly mark it until like way after. I'll pull up the actual charts themselves. It's from a 30-minute, I believe. Crap, that's not what I want. Let's make this full screen. Let's zoom out. Let's go into this default. All right, so it's a 15-minute level that we had here. That's inside of the gap. That was this one was basically somewhat touched, but this was destroyed. But this was like kind of touched and then pushed down, and then price gapped over it. Right? We have that. Let's go to the 30-minute. That's 4 hour. Um, let's open up this one. Yeah, sure. Why not? All right, so that way I could just go cycle through them. Let's put it on default. Okay, so I didn't expect price to actually start moving up. We have a strong buying here and a strong buying here, I think, but we're not above like the other ones. So I'm talking about the being in the bull market, because it looks like we're in the bull market just of this last thing that closed. Because I was hoping to see that we would be like these two. So we go back to the 2018. We see that when price came back above, we were actually above that, right? We came above and we came above, right? We didn't stay below, and then we stayed above this level the entire time. We counted this one here. We did have somewhat above ground thing. We stayed above it. We stayed low, 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 low. Then we had two buys, buy, and then buy, and then after that, price went. Right, and price went. So, and then but price also broke this here. Now, where we at here? Well, price broke that level. We do have strong buying, right? Well, we have consistent buying, and we had a strong absorption of sell. So I'm not sure what to make of this. And this was the gap level, so price may actually just be taken off, and I may be late for this. Would have to risk this here. We go to that. I'm trying to quickly get this out the way. So this would have to be like risking 43 points here to make and I think we'd have to have a level that's above this. -10, right? Here we go. Okay. Yeah, so here, so about 40 points to make about 120, 20 or 30 points, right? Because that would be the goal, 130 points. All right, so risking 40 to make 120, so 3 to 1. All right, that would be the goal. All right, so risking, I don't know, 200 to make 600 within the time frame of Spice. All right, so that would be the goal. Because it looks like we are actually putting ourselves in the bull market. And I think that's where we're heading now based on just all the other stuff. All right, anyways, let's go to what I was discussing here about that gap. Check to find that line for it. Back up. We're just gonna look for a line that goes across. No, we kind of cleared all of that. Did we have a 30-minute? No, so it was the 15. It was indeed the 15-minute that did that, but it was a 30-minute level for both for NQ. NQ had this 30-minute level right here, right, from 417. That stayed very strong. And if we go to ES 417 would be this one here, so it'd be like that, right? And that's exactly what we hopped up off. But the 15-minute level never still was there. We could have just marked it, which still coincides with that. 5-minute, I think we just have too much thing, but the 5-minute level is also there, right? So once I saw that, I could have said, oh, okay, we still got that gap to get filled. Price filled that, yeah, and then price continued higher from there. All right, so that's all I'm really saying with that. So let's go to the trade. All right, so first trade came in at 1141, right? And I was being quite iffy in 1156 about being in those trades. So 1141, and we're gonna mark off the things as we go and make notes. So this is hop forward. So I was looking for a short inside of this level. I kind of stayed humble, just stayed quiet, just waiting for price to like really get in here and show signs of rejection. I had an absorption, but it looked like buying. We did have selling, right? First signs of selling. I like that, but then it got bought up. We had an absorption here. I like that. Need price to move. Didn't see anything here yet. We had somewhat of an absorption candle-ish happening. All right, and then the first trade is going to come. Okay, now we have, let's go back a little bit. Right, I like this here. We had a lot of volume on the tick chart. Right, we had buy, sell, sell. I said, oh, 2 double sells, bam, bam. Right, I think we're set, ready to go or something. Right, so that's what caught my attention. We had selling forming here, selling formed there on the 30-minute. Where I had the absorption, had the sell, and then selling forming there. So it looked like, okay, we might be ready to go. Stop loss is about 10 points, I think. Shouldn't be 10 points. I took the entry on the first one. All right. All right, so this was my entry, right? Boom. Stop loss was right there, right? The first sell. I thought I was at a stop loss that was less than 300. I thought I was risking 150. I went in with a whole mini and risked 300 on that trade. Was not expecting that. I thought I was at 150 or something. I thought about moving my stop loss to break even when price did lift. Price started lifting, and I moved my stop loss to break even. When it got somewhere around here, I believe, I moved my stop loss to break even. And then I said, no, I'm moving back. I'm going to give it some space to breathe. And it never breathed after that. It just started dumping, right? This strong buy here was too weak. I saw this happen, the spike I said, okay, maybe we're done. We're gonna hold this level. We're gonna hold it now. We're gonna hold it. Yep, we're ready to go. We're ready to hold it. We're gonna hold it. Not holding. Should have exited the trade. I got fully stopped out right there. Right. Um, that hurt. It was a whole 300. I didn't know that. I thought it was a whole. I thought it was gonna be a whole 150. It was a whole 300. That was stupid on my part for not actually knowing. Then I entered again. We had a strong rejection here. Watch. Bam, 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 bam. I said, oh, I like that. So I entered that one. Right? I entered that one. I'm not gonna lie, I was zoned into this. I did not see any of this here, but I was zoned into that because I was zoned into that. But I saw this happening. I said, I think price is ready to, really work itself out. All right, so I entered that trade. I entered that trade with 3 micros. The 5 micros this time, still risking about 150. Thinking that right now I'm risking a whole 300. Price lifts. Not yet. Price still holding. Alright, price lifts now. I'm at break even. I should be putting my marker for break even soon. I think that one was close to stopping me out. Alright, price does bring me close to 10 points. We are fighting this. This goes my break even point. You can see right there. I said, man, I'm up 10 points. Why not just exit the trade? Why not just exit the trade? I had bigger goals. I wanted to cut down here. Alright, because we had signs of selling. It's at 12:15 now. What happened at 12 o'clock? I really don't know. I really don't recall. Alright, so, oh, that was at 12 o'clock. No, that was 12. That was before 12. Alright. Alright, so we have that. And then price just really just went the opposite direction after that. And then it just relentlessly just kept pushing through that entire supply zone that I had. So now the question is, did my trades fare off? Right? How did it tear off? Right? And did I follow the rules that I needed to? So let's get into marking this. I know it's late. I should have did this earlier, but here I am. Well, we're at a higher time frame, weekly high or low. Yes. Near key level, previous weekly day high low zone, support resistance zone. Yes, it was a support resistance zone. It was a 1 hour and 30 minute and a 4 hour area. Price did close there. We did strongly buy in there, which I should have just said we're buying in there, but we closed there. Was it labeled? Yes. Reversal, close, reversal. For reversal, did it close inside the level with the same time frame? Yes, close inside of that with the same time frame. This one also had absorption, close inside, had absorption, had even signs of selling. That's when I actually started looking for entry. Yes. Absorption or exhaustion visible? Yes, on the 30 minute. Alright, and also in the right on the 30 minute, and in the 1 hour looked like it was starting to. On the 15 minute it did also. Alright, emotion was neutral for the most part, following the edge, not reacting. Risk accepted fully. In a sense, I did pick the wrong risk size. Reversal absorption plus retest plus aggressive candles. I saw that on the tick chart. Yes. Breakout. Risk 150. No. No. I fucked that up. 3 or 5 MES. Right. Fuck that up. No. Break even. Yes, for the most part for the second one, but no for the last one. Aware of trade count and retest protocol. Yes. All right, that one. Yes, I did wait. I didn't enter right away for the next one. So let's add text. I can say did not follow risk. Added more risk than needed and got hit big time without even knowing. Had opportunity to go to break even but waited longer. 30 minutes showed signs of selling volume. 1 hour was still adapting. This was a 1 hour and a 4 hour level as well, but was using the 30-minute time frame as it was also a 30-minute level. All right. And then side note, took the same trade again a little bit later with the same idea. I went in with half the size as the risk was larger than 6 points. Moved trade to break even, then fully got stopped out at break even. Good trades for both. Poor money management on the first trade. Alright, and then essentially that's how it is. Okay. And this is April 24th, 2025. I actually kind of like this idea of just typing it out. Alright, so I mean, I felt good that at least I managed the trade. I was in profit, like I said, 10 points for that one, so I could have wiped out most of this loss. That was up by mistake. If it was the 150, I would have been up. Right, so I said 10 times 25 is that, right? Minus 150, I would have been up $100. Easy. Could say, okay, you know what? Just close it out. Still look like it was still weak or just like it was still strong. You just could have closed it out. Even if I close it out for whatever price. See, 150 divided by 25. Right? If I close it out 6 points, no 5 points, whatever, I still would have reduced the loss that I had, going in. So, anyways, 3 to 5 MES is the goal, for better reasons. Okay, so that's it for me for today. I'll be back tomorrow. Damn, it's late. All right, adios.